Yo, Flexcast, we are back with our next guest, man, and I'm personally excited for this one. Y'all know, we talk to movers, shakers, and tastemakers. I've known this brother across from me for a very long time, man, so I'm glad that we were finally able to get him up here to talk about his journey. Bro, please introduce yourself and tell the people what you do.
Man, DJ D Best, man, out here in Austin, Texas. Shit, man, me and him been doing this shit since back. I remember when he started. So
Man, we're going to talk some shit.
I was already halfway in the game like a motherfucker, so yeah, man.
Hey, I want everybody clap it up for DJ D Best, man. He in the building. And he mentioned that, he remembers he met me when I first started. I'm also an artist, and I met you and Eric almost simultaneously.
Yeah, facts.
And one thing that I peeped was that Eric wasn't doing nothing if Best wasn't with it. This is one thing that I peeped very early, and it made me have a tremendous respect for you because, in a way, you were kind of like the person that let us know if something was legit or not.
Yeah.
Hey, do that. Hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about what that time was like for you because I remember it was a very tumultuous time for me.
Man,
but talk about what that time, kind of at the beginning of IMS.
Yeah, at that time, especially when he started like doing all the shows and stuff like that, like. He was getting back into he was already a promoter at that time, so Eric had connections already, you know what I'm saying? And I went to jail. Me and Eric used to work at Protect America, and I was turning myself in. And before I got out, I told him, I was just like, man, when I get out, man, I'm gonna need those promises you said, like all the people, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this shit.
Hey, man, and Eric came through, man, even with this. Finding places like a spin at, all that, places to do shows. Remember we did Lucky Lounge.
I remember.
There was
always somewhere that was
on a Sunday
available.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday, and we made that shit happen. And ever since then, like you know what I'm saying, that was Fifth Street days. When it was Quantum Lounge. Sweet 101, Speakeasy.
Well, you naming it. Boy, you big back memories.
What was it? Man, Hudson and Republic Live was the same management. All that, man. That stuff just brings me back, man. And I'm glad I stuck with it.
Absolutely.
Like since high school. You know, this year makes 20 years I've been DJing.
Hey, we're gonna clap it up for that. Not because some people don't stick to it to that point.
Yeah.
You, from what I remember, you said that you self-taught yourself how to DJ as like an adolescent.
Yeah.
Talk about how that happened a little bit.
Man, I was 12, man, and I really just got into it. I was messing with my parents. You remember the whole Kenwood setup where you had the turntable,
yes,
the radio.
It was monstrous. It was huge.
So I used to scratch with the turntable.
Fucking that shit up.
Needle was broken, everything, but I was just making the noise with it and switching to radio and the tape deck. So like I kind of taught myself how to transform scratch off of that. Then I got my starters kit when I was like 14, and I was going to Austin High out here, right?
Okay.
You know, I used to DJ lunch at Austin High.
I had no idea. I had no idea that was going on.
Man, what we used to have a thing called Variety Week, and I went to school with Gary Clark Jr.
Wow.
And Gary Clark Jr. used to
hit that month. Yeah.
Perform blues on like on Wednesday. We had some rock band Tuesday. No, it was like rock band Monday. Gary Clark Tuesday, I did a Wednesday.
Bro, that's crazy.
So that shit was crazy.
That is Austin history, man.
Yeah, that is.
That is Austin history.
I was imagining that too. I was like, man, I need to see Gary when I talk to him and be like, how you feel now you got, like, white people have silhouette tattoos of you, man.
Yeah.
Like Jordan.
Nah, Gary.
That's some Jordan type shit right there.
Gary is a legend around here, man.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't really realize it until I started getting around like Kid and some other people that knew him, and I started to realize like he's widely revered as a musician here.
Yeah,
like, and he's young. He's not like
when we was in high school. He had a newspaper article with B.B. King talking about he stole the act almost away from B.B. King.
Wow.
And that's when we was like sophomores or junior in high school. Say a sophomore. Okay. So yeah, he really he took off like when we was kids.
So we have that part of Austin history, and I think currently what you're doing right now, when I hear Bear, I hear Best. I hear those two things have become synonymous. And I host events. I'm outside, so I see promotions. I see Bear and Best have kind of become. And so, talk about a little bit what it's been like to be like the leading DJ. I guess maybe one of the more. I know you're not the only DJ there, but one of the more like prominent faces or DJs, I guess.
Give a big shout out to DJ NECA. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
She's been a big attribute out to Bad Cabaret, like how it's all switched over, and also my nigga DJ Sleepy for in charge of like getting artists and music, like, you know what I'm saying? We got a good little team
Sleepy's
going
the man.
on. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to David Frank, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I had a good talk with him the other day, and it's really appreciative of like all the stuff he's been like, you know what I'm saying, helping me out with.
They only fuck with the best.
Yeah, right. They fuck with the best for real. So.
No. You just named some people that like a lot of people don't know. NECA and Sleepy are they're heavy hitters and awesome.
Yeah, they on the roll. They're on the roll right now. I enjoy their podcast too and stuff. They got 1 year podcast. So.
Do you have any like crazy, you know, because the strip club is a crazy place sometimes. Do you have any like crazy strip club DJ stories that like listeners might be like, what the fuck?
Man,
Think of one.
I've been kind of just thinking like, man, I just need to have like a pro cam and to see what goes on behind the DJ booth and the strip
What's something
club.
you've seen that's like, what the, even you were like, what the.
Man, I don't know. There's a lot.
Okay,
but
give me an example of something crazy.
But a recent one, like Big X, right? When Big X was out there, and it was Big X and
shit. I ain't think you was gonna name names.
Big Gucci Grave.
Okay, what happened?
Was all in the section.
What happened?
But you know, they had the section going down. They was tearing it up.
Okay.
You know, they had. You know what I'm saying? And they had the rules for the girls to be back there, so it was just crazy and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like. It was a good ass vibe for the biggest. You know what I'm saying? They come to the club a lot.
I think the biggest person that's ever come to the strip club when I've just been in there, because I'm not a strip club person. I go because sometimes, you know, I perform there as an artist. Homie have a bachelor party, but I'm not like the frequenter. I'm not I'm not y'all's star customer. You know? But I have been in a strip club one time in a Houston strip club when Wale came.
Okay.
And the way them women freaked out.
Like if you somebody big in there, it's good. It's good song. You know what I'm saying?
That shit felt like Atlanta. That shit felt like Nigeria.
I would say another artist, but he was so like secretive on. You know what I'm saying? But it was a top dude.
Okay.
There, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he did. he didn't want nobody had no phones out, none of that and stuff. Okay. I was just like, but a lot of people did post them. But
sometimes they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be seen in that place sometimes. I understand it. So we were talking about, in pre-production, we were talking about how 25 is kind of like a bounce back year for you. Can you tell me some of the things that maybe you're like hoping to manifest, or what's upcoming that people should know about with Best?
Man, this year I'm trying to just really get focused on just rebranding myself and getting stuff back in order. I'm going to try to do a new type of business coming up. I've been in the process, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows I smoke like crazy and stuff, so I'm trying to...
I used to be the one that wrote it for you.
I'm trying to give, you know what I'm saying, like with the strands, like with the high tolerance.
So you want a strand?
So, yes.
High tolerance is in people. Bro, I think they might have the best weed right now.
Yeah, for real. No.
High tolerance is...
Yeah, because I've been smoking them for like 5 years,
bro,
6 years.
When my plug got a high tolerance pack, I'm happy.
What?
I'm happy, boy.
I wouldn't shout out my niggas. But they know.
We don't do that for the internet, man. They know who they is.
They know who they is, man. Shout out, man. Like high tolerance.
High tolerance, man. They might have the best weed right now. Cookies is up there too, but So you want to do growers?
Yeah, Cookies like the start of all this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Cookies, it would be no Jokes Up. Brothers, all those people who used to work at each other.
They call Burner the Bud Father.
Yeah,
that's what they call him.
He's man, bro. He's changed the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've been thinking like, man, I've been, you know what I'm saying, using this much. I probably need to like go ahead and step into it and invest money into that.
You're in a great place for it.
Because and then. You know, with that game, you know what I'm saying, that's a whole new hustle, but with that bud, it's going to sell itself. So it's like, I'm ready to be like how Jewels and Jim Jones got in, and
Bro, so
Boogie and everybody. You know
we've had a couple cannabis partners come on the show. I will gladly introduce you. They want to meet DJs because DJs are kind of like DJs make the soundtrack for what they produce.
Facts.
Whenever they have a Bud commercial, it needs music.
Yeah.
Whenever they have a one of the cannabis sponsors that came on here, he has a 420 cafe.
Yeah.
He likes urban music playing there, and so I would love to if I can shake hands, bring some hands for you to shake. We definitely would love to be a part of that. And when it's ready, like to present, please come back, bro. Like I love repeat visitors because that means they really like us. So,
but no, that's gonna show. That's like setting a goal for myself.
Yeah.
Like I really want to come back and just be like, man, remember what I did talk about?
Yes. And that's why, bro. One of the questions we ask y'all in production is what you have that you're working on, because we want to put it on camera. We want to put it out into the universe in a real way. That when this goes on YouTube, people are gonna watch it over and over again. That's vibrating in the universe, bro.
Facts.
And so we want to do that because the more it vibrates, you know what I mean? And so
frequency attracts.
So, man, I appreciate you coming up. I want everybody to clap it up for that. Please let the people know your social media handle one more time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give my IG. It's DABEST DJOUT. And you know what I'm saying, that stuff's gonna be linked with everything else. But I mostly be on IG heavy. But and then that's about it.
Hey man, I appreciate you coming by. Don't go nowhere, Flexcast. We'll be back with our next guest. Yo.